Can't forget the clapboard. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Retired Gamer. If you're new here, thanks for coming through in the channel. And if you've been here before, I'd like to welcome you back. Appreciate your time, appreciate your energy. And I got another reaction group of Waterloo Road coming to you today. I'm moving on to Waterloo Road Season 12, Episode 7. And this is Danny's confession to Samia. So, let's get to it.
Look, I judged you and you're right to hate me for it.
I don't hate you. I love you. I love you more than I thought I could ever love anyone. I'm no good for you. You don't need me dragging you down. And you know you were right, Sammy. You were right not to believe a word that I say about anything.
I don't get it.
I knew the robbery were happening. I saw Vinny outside with Preston's mum, and I got a bad feeling, so I went after him.
Preston's mum?
She was helping him. She turned off the CCTV.
Why?
Showed him money, and he was threatening her, Tonya and Preston.
Why didn't you just go to the police?
Because it's never just as easy as that, Sam. There were people coming, she was going to get caught, and even then she'd still have Vinny on her back. So I took the computers out and I said to Vinny to leave her alone. That must have been when you saw me with him. I know I shouldn't have done it. But I couldn't just leave her like that. Sammy, I did it for Preston and Tonya.
My gosh.
I'm sorry. I really am.
Sorry about what? Risking everything just to help someone?
What I said before is still true. I'm no good for you. You're better off without me.
You really think that? Are you really that stupid? Because it turns out you're the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Okay, so the confession, so like I don't know who Vinny is, so that's the only thing about this specific shot is that I don't know who Vinny is. I want to assume that Vinny was the guy that was chasing after him, but I'm not gonna do that, you know what I mean? But essentially what we learn here in this scene is that Danny is not as bad as we have been seeing, which usually is the case, you know what I mean? Like a lot of, from what in my experience, a lot of like young men that are in this type of scenario or whatever, that are in this type of situation, they're really good deep down, you know what I mean? Like they've been kind of chipping away at their consciousness. They've been chipping away at more or less corrupting the good in them by relying on amping up the reputation or trying to live up to the reputation. So stuff like that kind of happens often. I did like a lot of things about the scene where lighting is concerned. I can tell that the main talent has, they have a pretty big diffuser in front of the lights, which kind of allows for these really you see like, so from the right side of Danny here, since we got this shadow right here, we know that the key light is over here, and he has an overhead light which is actually lighting him really
You
good.
don't need me
I appreciate that a lot, because you can see
down.
that overhead light on her as well.
And you know you were
And
right.
when you look at her nose,
And you know you were right, Sammy.
we can see that she has the same
You were
and
right not to
familiar
believe a
shadow
word that I
that
say
he
about
has,
anything.
right? Over here.
I don't
So,
get it.
and then she got a little bit over on what's it called. So that tells me that
I knew
that
the
they
robbery
have
was happening. I saw
probably
everything
two
outside.
really strong lights right here in front of them. The light that's on her has more of an angle that's cutting across Danny, and then there's another one that's right over here. It's probably parallel to her shoulder. That's angled kind of at Danny, but they have a diffuser, and a diffuser essentially is like, do I have one right here? Nah, but I don't have a diffuser right here. I got gels and stuff. So like this is a gel, so this is a bad example. But yeah, I can't even tell you that. So yeah, I don't really have a diffuser right here. I mean, I got a diffuser on my light. It's a skirt, you know what I mean? So, but anyways, like I love lighting. If you don't know by now, I absolutely love lighting, and I love shot types and all this stuff. So speaking of shot types, Waterloo Road, the director of photography, dropped the ball on one of these shots and broke the 180-degree rule. There's a rule in cinematography that dictates whenever you're telling a story and your audience is in front of the camera like this right now, like I am to you, or to this camera, when I think they go in for the kiss. So now right now we are, like, think about a circle around the talent, right? You cut that circle in half, and that 180 degrees is where the camera should be at. So it can be placed any line along that 180 degrees. When you go past and behind the talent and shoot, it breaks the whole continuity, and it takes the audience out of that moment. Because when we cut in on the kiss, we're now behind the talent facing inwards. So watch that right there. So the second that it's very abrupt. So now they might say that they were trying to use Danny as the line for 180 degrees, but that's not true, because his nose is on this line right here. So where the camera should have been at, it should have, like, I would have just not have cut to that shot specifically if I was the editor. So, and if I was the director of photography, I wouldn't have took that shot. I would have took the shot coming opposite of Danny over the shoulder, either looking at her or over her shoulder, over Samia's shoulder, looking at Danny, because you kind of get the same effect. But you know what I mean? Like, that shot right there is much better, a lot more palatable. So, but this is just me being hypercritical of the filming aspect of this. But at the same time, mistakes do happen. There's times when I've I remember one time, right? I was before I go on to the next episode, I was filming a movie in Orlando, right? And one of my actors ended up forgetting his wardrobe. So he had to go to the mall and buy a blazer, right? And buying a blazer, since he's planning on taking it back, he doesn't cut off the tags because he wants to take it back, right? Now, mind you, this is like one of the first times I was like doing lighting, I was doing audio, I was maintaining the camera. I've been directing all my actors for months via FaceTime because I lived in New York, so I was going back and forth from New York to Florida. Oh my gosh, tell me how in every single shot you can see this dude's tag underneath his sleeve, underneath his arm, bro. I was like, yo, oh my gosh. It was just such a pain because there was a lot of like masking and rotoscoping and stuff like that. I won't get too much into it because it's pretty scientific and it's kind of, it might be a little bit boring to some people, but Man, that was so. I'm saying this to let you know that I make mistakes too, and it's bound to happen. But it's just so bad when it happens, especially when you get everything. You think you got all the best of all the best, and you go and look, and every single shot, it's bad. You're like, why? You know what I mean? So, but that's my TED talk on remaining humble and walking with an air of humility in all we do. So without further ado, let's get it on to season 12, episode 7. Miles is about to burn down the school. Bruh, why? Oh man, why? Let's get to it.
Who do you think you are that you can say those things? What is wrong with you?
Nothing. There's nothing wrong with me.
You're a disgrace.
Shut your mouth.
A spoilt little mess who needs to sort himself out, and it's my fault. I've let you get to this.
I said shut your mouth!
Oh wow.
You are not better than anyone else, Miles. Right now, you are the opposite. You're pathetic. You're an embarrassment.
No, you are! No one here's ever gonna forget me. And as for the rest of them, it'll be like they never existed, including you! You sad witch!
Listen to yourself. You're like a little boy. Grow up, Miles. Take some responsibility for yourself, or you are going to end up a nobody.
Tell me you're sorry. Tell me you're sorry!
Miles, please. Miles. He hit me.
You hit your mum.
You psycho!
It wasn't my fault. You don't know me. You don't know anything! Miles! Open the door!
Them locked in the door. Come on.
Open it! Miles!
You're gonna be okay. I'm gonna get
Open
out.
the door!
Sit.
Miles!
I'm gonna get out, okay? I'm gonna get out.
Open the door!
We're gonna stand, okay, Rose? Stay with me. Hold on to me. What are we gonna do?
Kick that down.
You okay?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Danny!
Right, come on. Gotta get out. This way, this way.
Miles!
What are you doing?
Look who's nothing now.
Samia, go!
We can't leave him in there! Danny!
Come on. Come on, Miles, get up. Miles, come on.
Has anyone seen Samia?
Samia, quick, we've got to go. Come on.
Okay, so obviously Miles is bugging. Just secondly, when the mom is talking about we can't leave him in there, man, listen. Like I'm sorry, like that type of stuff, like nah, I got my own life to think about, and on top of that, if he was thinking about his life, he wouldn't have started the fire in the first place. And then that whole exchange between the mother and him was so volatile. It almost makes me believe that they were the ones that Danny tried helping out or something. I don't know why like that, but that whole dynamic that they got in their family, no bueno, no good at all. A couple things with the lighting. like, even if I didn't see the title for this, I knew something really, really bad was gonna happen just based on the lighting. Because the lighting, whenever you see now, so in this scene right here, they're not using a diffuser. They're actually utilizing harsh lighting, which essentially is like a light with no, so like, let's say if I were to take this gel off, right? So if I take this gel off and I put this right here, this is very, very harsh lighting. You see what I'm saying? Like, because it's so directly exposed on this crystal ball right now that it's extremely harsh. So the best spot for this would be very, very far away, right? So with these scenes, I wouldn't say, they're using a light that's similar to a floodlight because essentially it's flooding the entire scene with light. And how I know this is just based on the shadows. We can tell that the main light, the key light, is hitting him from behind. So we get this really, really deep, dark shadow right here. And the same thing that happens on her side. So automatically, whenever you utilize something like that, you can lead to like violence. You can lead to chaos. You can lead to like any type of vibe that's like that, where you want somebody to like show like a broken psyche or a specific personality trait. With this, just off of this lighting alone, with the way that they're lighting Miles, they're giving him a more of a psychotic look. You know what I mean? Like, and even though dude exactly is that in this specific scene, I don't know him personally. I'm not saying about him personally. I'm speaking about Miles as the character. So please don't misinterpret that. So
right now,
it just does a really, really good job here. You see what I'm saying? And then the mom is saying what she's saying to him, not even realizing how much of a trigger that she is to him having bad intentions. Because not just with Miles, but with anybody, people are only going to be able to take so much. If you keep on saying somebody is XYZ, and they're bad, and they're this, you're talking to them condescendingly, and you want them to recognize something, the adverse action is going to end up happening where they are going to be exactly what you say they are. You know what I mean? Like, so you're saying I'm this? I bet I'm going to show you that I am this, right? So that was something that I used to do a lot when I was younger. If somebody said that I did something, I'd be like, nah, I didn't. They said I did it again, I'm like, nah, I didn't. They said now at this point, I'm a lot more volatile. I'm a lot more likely to explode, for pardon the pun here. You know what I mean? So the mom takes no responsibility for what she's saying, because when he hits her, she's like, she doesn't realize why would he hit me? Like, why would you speak to anybody like that? What she should have did was she should have just took a different approach. But this is commonplace for them. You know what I mean? Like, from the way outside looking in, this looks totally normal for her to interact with him like this. Now, when I instantly seen Danny back here, and I seen Danny seeing that he hit his mom, I expected Danny to pop off right there. I expected him to pull up and be like, yo, break this up immediately. So him taking the back seat there was, I didn't really expect that from him, because I kind of feel like he has a sense of nobility, but the character itself might not know when to actually utilize that trait, and it was almost too late. And then the whole entire beating on the door thing, like, somebody locks you in the door, you know you're not gonna be able to knock the door down with your hand, A, and B, you're not gonna be able to convince them to unlock it. What you want to do is boot towards any of the weak structural areas, like the door handle, the frames on the door, things of that nature. I know this because I know this. I never got locked in a door, but I have kicked doors down in my younger days. Once again, so the difference between this scene being lit and the scene when Danny confessed to Samia, that difference was diffusion. Because that soft light on them, it provides a moment for them to be able to kiss. The harsh light on Miles and his mother provides the moment for them to fall victim to chaos and fall victim to their uncontrollable emotions, because that's what I seen was displayed there. You see me look crazy here. And that whole going back thing, I don't know about that. And these scenes are just, I don't know if maybe it's just this specific channel here, but these scenes are poorly lit and very, very dark, so I'm not gonna pick it apart. But I did expect a level of consistency there. And man, yo, so Waterloo Road has a lot of intriguing dialogue and intriguing scenes, and their character development and their character arcs might be probably some really, really good watching and viewing. So take a look at Waterloo Road, and if you like any of these type of reactions, please drop a comment in below on what you would like to react to next. Like, essentially, I really don't watch any television shows, so I like cinema, I like more movies and things of that nature. So I've been really, really wanting to do more reviews for film. I had some going a while back, not on this channel, but on something else. So I'm kind of considering doing something like that soon, you know what I mean? But I also want to do some trailer reactions or trailer reviews and things of that nature, because there's so many trailers out there. I have no idea what's coming out next. Who knows what'll happen? So with that being said, I salute you out there for your time. Hey, and I appreciate you. From the Retired Gamer, A was the Future, your host, saying peace.